This is a McDonald's McNugget snack maker from 1993. It's never been opened and it's still sealed. But seriously, I won that on eBay. I think I won it for $106. But then by the time you factor in the shipping costs, it was $173, which I think works out roughly at £135 on essentially another McDonald's toy. So here's the plan. We're gonna open the box for the first time. This box has been waiting so long. We're gonna try and make it as intended. We might then try and have some fun with some cake. And then of course, it's a McNugget maker. We're gonna see if this machine, even though it's not intended for that, can actually make real chicken nuggets. What could possibly go wrong? McNugget snack maker. Make delicious snacks you can eat that look like McDonald's chicken McNuggets. They look like them, but there's no chicken. All you need is bread, cereal, and honey. So, let's get this thing open. Oh my goodness, this is fantastic. Look, this is brand new. So there's our windy handle thing. McDonald's sign, which we'll probably brand. Oh, there's the nugget boxes. How much did these retail for originally?
About $35 in today's money.
What's that, like 25 quid?
Yeah.
Pretty much spent nearly 5.5 times more. But it's worth it. So before we start, we need to make this McDonald's be officially open. All right.
Wow.
Giving these a quick little clean, and just to let you know, the voucher was to save 55 cents on 2 loaves of Wonder Bread, which we just looked, is actually the multicolored bread in the packaging or something that you still can get today, although this expired on the 31st of December, 1995. This orange bit here is literally just a slide. This is really flush to that slide, so it'll grind and it'll be held down in a moment. That's where this tray goes. We just sit it in like so, and that can collect the ingredients. So this housing thing goes on top. This is where we can deposit the biscuits or whatever we're gonna use. Now it's this bit here that forms the nuggets. I'm gonna check the instructions because that feels like it wants to break. We should be able to take this out because all we want this to be is a press. There we go. Ah. Hello. Welcome to the future. So this is the bread cutter, which will hopefully give us consistent shapes on our nugs. You've also got this nugget shaper, which is basically like a wall, but slightly recessed. And once it's pressed together, I guess you're gonna maybe get sort of marble sphere shapes. All right, no pressure. It does say for ages 6 years and up. It's actually quite intensive instructions. Let's go. First one. I'm sorry, I don't know how many 6-year-olds would tolerate doing that. That was really, really fiddly. And it does say chicken McNuggets on the box. We have to do chicken now, but bread first. Some medium slices here. I'm gonna give it a little shimmy like it suggests and hope that it kind of releases. Oh, that looks pretty good. We don't just leave it like there, we go again. Basically creating a second row of little discs. I've got to show you what these look like. They're kind of like little patties, aren't they? But 2 of them combined is gonna make it into a nug. I've got Hugo doing the other box for me because that was a nightmare.
It is awful.
Imagine you're 6. It's quite hard to see it, but you know those roundings on the bit that we already put in, the face side it's about to go into is slightly rounded too. So I can only imagine it's gonna be some sort of sphere. So let's shape this bread. Here we go. Oh. It's down. Didn't feel much tension there. I can go back and forth a little bit, but it doesn't feel like it's doing any more. It's effectively just squished both of those pieces of bread together. Let's just pull that back. I would not say that's very nugget shaped. That looks more like a confused flying saucer. In fact, more like a burger patty. But once we bread it, just like a nugget, you never really know. Okay, so I've just made another batch, but just to show you, if you leave it for too long, which is probably why it should be dunked in the sauce quite quickly, it does start to open again, so I'm having to press it together. But really, we'd be like dunking it there, and that should lock that shape. So it does say to use Rice Krispies in like most of their recipes, but I've got some cinnamon crunch seal here, and they're quite thin. So what I'm gonna do is place them down here, but I think they'll still get ground up. I just kind of thought, well, I can flavor it at the same time and it might give it a slightly more authentic nugget color. Okay. I've got like a few there. I'm gonna have to do it like a few at a time so it does go down properly. Okay, it's doing it, but that is gonna take an awful long time. Oh. All right, Rice Krispies and cinnamon. You can use the scoop as well. Oh, there you go. Yeah, Rice Krispies is way better. I think there's this thing of like, you could definitely lose patience if you were 6 years old on the chicken nugget box, let alone this.
Many minutes later.
This has taken about 15 minutes to get to this point. All right, that was fun, but I got a better idea. Little bit of cinnamon. Actually, I think the toy did it better. Trust me, I've been there. You give a 6-year-old that, if they have got the attention span to do that for that long, amazing. So by adding the cinnamon in, it's giving it that sort of colour. We'll mix it with the other stuff that we did grind up officially. I did have a spoon there, but let's use the tongs. Might as well. There we go. Right, so let's get the honey in. Nice. Apparently a little bit of water to thin it out. All right, here we go. With the tongs, we are taking our bread nugget, dunking it in there. Okay, very cool. This is what should make our cinnamon Rice Krispie cereal. Coat it. In there it goes. Oh, that is incredible. It's literally flipped it over and coated it. That is our nugget. And it doesn't look too bad. That's actually like, I'm glad we went for the cinnamon. That has pleasantly surprised me, like how well it coats it. Ugh. Look, watch. That's brilliant. You just have to be careful when you grab this, because when you do, it does take some of that coating off. I know I'm not the target age for this machine, but that is so cool. And there we are, my 6 nuggets in a box. Ugh. Some of the breading's come off one of them. The breading has come off the bread. Let's try it. Here we go. I kind of want to dunk it in the sauce. Oh, a good crunch. That was one of the ones that actually split open. A lot of honey has soaked into it, and the other bit is bread. Basically, crunchy cinnamon honey bread. Not horrendous, but not brilliant.
It's just cinnamon bread.
Just cinnamon bread? All right, now I want to try cake. I've got a store-bought Madeira cake, which I think is fairly similar to a pound cake, exceptionally dense, so it should cut well. I've got some Biscoff biscuits that we can actually crumb it with, and the sauce is going to be chocolate. Now, this is one of those ones that actually seizes to cold ice cream, because when I was buying this in the shop last night, I was thinking, do I not want it to sort of latch and then like grab the ingredients? We've already seen that that probably won't happen, so we should be okay, especially if I water it down. But if this fails epically, I can freeze the cake, pour this on, it will latch, and as it starts to set, crumb it. But we might not necessarily need to do that. So hopefully, if I space this out well enough, we might be able to, oh wow. Yeah, this is just cutting through like a dream. Look at that. Can we get a bit more? I don't know, do I want to risk it? No, I think we're gonna do it. We should be all right. I'm gonna push down. There we go. That's pushed it right to the top. I can't get it much more full than that. Look, both sides. Actually, we should probably get the chocolate sauce. Oh, hello. There you go. Oh no, I've just realised I've put the chocolate sauce straight into the machine. The yellow pot that I was washing up that it should go in is sat over there on my draining board. Okay, well, you can be safe for the chicken. I mean, it doesn't matter. It's still sat there. It's just literally directly in the machine now. Okay, so I've got a Biscoff, and I'm gonna like just crumble it a little bit to help it. It's actually coming through. One Ken food processor later. Shh. I have to say, in theory, I'm very, very excited for this one. Not only because I know what's coming up, of course, but it's cake that doesn't want to go in. I'm gonna have to squish it together a bit. Ironically, it's kind of job. Down you go. Oh, that's got a bit of tension to it. Is it gonna release? Oh, it has. Can I get some squish cake out? Oh no, it's wedged in there. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Oh wow. I pulled it back and it just fell forward like a little pie. It actually does look more like a pie. Right, here we go. Chocolate sauce. No. Oh gosh. Can I spoon the chocolate sauce on? It's very, very delicate. The cake just wants to disintegrate in there. I must use the tongs. It's what Ronald would want. Oh no! No! Come on! Oh gosh! No, you powdery mess! Look at that! That is a shame. Do you know what? We'll water it down like we did with the honey, and that might give it a bit more movement to just plunge it in there, dunk it. Even if I get one, that's success for this step, all right? So now I've got a mixture of the chocolate sauce and water. Let's do a quicker dunk. Oh, there we go. That's much better. That's much better. In you go. Into the Biscoff. Dance. Dance. Yes. Oh my word, look. That looks incredible. We've made like a gorgeous like Biscoff truffle thing. That was so harder than it needed to be. But hopefully it was worth it. Oh, okay, here we go. Here we go. Incredible. It's a cake nugget. It's a Buchagget. No, it's a chocolate cake Biscoff nugget. It's a Buchaget. Damn, it's good. The Buchaget is on tour. Here we go.
That's incredible.
Better than the bread?
10 times.
Now it is time to make actual chicken nuggets in the McNugget, no chicken remember, snack maker. Now what I am trying to make these, Hugo is going to go and get actual real chicken nuggets.
Do you want 6, 9 or 20?
I think 6. I've seen enough nuggets for one day. It's genuinely going to be my lunch. Get yourself something as well, yeah?
Yeah, some mozzarella dippers.
Yeah. Hopefully by the time you come back, I'm either going to be frying or crying. Okay, here we go. I'm going to put the pot in this time. Oh my gosh, that was lucky. Beaten egg. Not going to season it or anything. Same with the flour. The cool thing is it does actually sort of self-stir, doesn't it? I've got flour, but I've also got some panko breadcrumbs. I did have some golden breadcrumbs, but they're pretty much crushed already. And I think this is more the coating you get on like chicken selects or something like that. Oh, there we go. All right, I'm happy with that. One thing that I'm not so confident about is the chicken. Like this bit here, we're gonna try and stamp it out, okay? And to be fair, wow, that has actually done an incredible job. I have no doubt it will not squish together, but my curiosity is just getting the better of me. I actually think we'll end up making just one big piece of chicken, which is absolutely fine. But let's put them back in there and see if it will form, because if it does, this will be brilliant. But I feel like even if it did, when we fry it, it will just part. All right, here we go. Chick in. Now I want to try and show you this because I have no idea what's going to happen. Oh, no. Oh, it's all popped up. Oh, gosh, and I think there's some chocolate sauce. There's still some chocolate sauce on it. Yeah, that 2 bits is not going to work. Let me wash my hands and clean up a little bit and we'll go again. I think I've never washed something down so much in my life before, but we're going to go again. But this time, 3 pieces. Oh my word. There we go. These can be our nuggets. This is much, much better. I mean, that's about the size the bread was anyway once it was squished. Not sure if you're interested, but I did just try pressing these and they look exactly the same. So there's no point to doing that. But I have got some more flour here. And when you normally breadcrumb chicken, you get a little bit of flour on there just to get it going. Of course, we've got some in the breadcrumbs too. I love how I've got 6 potential nuggets here. Potential, let's remember that. We've actually got some real ones on the way.
6 chicken nugget. Not a meal, just one by itself, please.
Any sauce?
No, thank you.
All right, so let's do this. Chicken into the beaten egg. Do you know what? I think this is gonna work, you know, and I'm not gonna double dunk it because I wanna try and get all 6 done. In it goes. Shake off any excess. Into the breadcrumbs. If I was not using these tongs, this would be so much easier to get out. No, I want a fork to lift it back out. Look, it's crumbed it. And the great thing is, I normally use a wire rack for resting things like this. You've seen it before. That's exactly what this plate does here above the hopper. Right, here's the last one. There's this strange irony that the panko breadcrumb coating looks more like Rice Krispies than the Rice Krispies did. So last one, I am going to double dunk this and hopefully there should be a noticeable difference. That is exceptionally well coated. That's like a chicken select. I think I've got something to fry. Right, Hugo's just got back. I'm just going to put this oil on. Oh wow.
There you go.
All right, we'll compare we've got 6 nuggets.
Indeed.
I've got 6 nuggets there. Let's get them frying. All right, got them all on here. That's how small they are. They can fit on one slotted spoon. Kitchen towel ready. In we go. Oh, beautiful. Alrighty then, folks. This is looking good. We've got some decent color on there. Wow. To think that we have made these in a toy is pretty cool. I think this is like the worst part of the entire machine. But I will show you actually, where is it? You got a couple there, you got a few patches of chicken there where it was like dunked once, but on the whole, genuinely, it has covered it quite well. Shrinkflation hasn't hit this portion, that's for sure, but look at this. This is the triple coated one. Look how well that is crumbed. I'm not gonna fit all 6 in. I can fit 4 in, okay? There we go. We have actually made nuggets. Chicken McNuggets. The box says chicken nuggets. There's actually chicken McNuggets in there. Well, actually, as I just bring these real nuggets in, yeah, these are like more of a batter on there. Frozen at source, literally, after being flash fried. Whereas these, straight in the pan. Well, that's definitely not a ball. Yeah. I forget the name of the website, but a few of you told me you can actually buy nuggets in the blue bags, like from some wholesaler online. But actually, after seeing this video, I'm sure you'd much rather look on eBay and try and find one of these things. Let's have a try. Okay, it's cooked through. Amazing crunch. Let's say more of a chicken select than a nugget because of the coating, but we've absolutely nailed it. Now, do I put it on eBay with like one previous owner, barely used? No, I think like the Cookie Maker, I'll give it away to a club supporter. So please consider joining the club if you wish to support the channel. If you made it through the video this far, you might have enjoyed it. If you've enjoyed this video, do check out like the Apple Pie Maker, the recent Cookie Maker, and others. I will keep hunting eBay, but there's many more bargains to be had. Cheers for watching, and I'll see you next time. On the whole, I think if I was a 6-year-old back in the day and I had this as a present, not only would I spend pretty much an entire week trying to grind up the ingredients, it would be so fun. Like an adult version of this, genuinely make it, I don't know, Kenwood, Ninja, Joseph, whoever, make this. The adult nugget maker. It would be so fun.